I'm Tom, I'm 24 years old, I'm an architectural apprentice and I work for Night Architectural Design. There's a lot of pestering from my dad to find a job, and which he's always done, but that kind of prompted me to think about, rather than just trying to get a job which I may end up being in for years and I hate, I was thinking a bit further ahead, so thinking what could I get trained in now that I'm not in college and I'm not going to uni. I felt like I didn't want to stop training and learning, but I didn't want to commit to something that I wasn't sure about. I applied for a few different apprenticeships, mostly in engineering, but then I found Ian's one, which was for architectural apprenticeship, and I just thought, yeah, straight away.
I'd spent about 10 years as a sole trader, and I realised that I needed some additional help, and so that's where I looked into the apprenticeship roles and realised that I could start carving out something for young people to bring them into the industry. It's very rewarding to see the progress that they've made from when they start to, even in days of starting, but especially with like Tom, with the amount of time he's been with us, seeing him come through, it's a very rewarding role for me as an employer.
He's actually wanted us to have nice jobs, and he's made room for us to be able to learn on a job, which is also quite a fun job, which I don't think you'd get in an architectural practice if I was still doing my course. I think I'd just be kind of more of a technician until I was qualified. We spend Tuesdays, whole day Tuesday at uni at the moment. So it's 4 days here, 1 day at uni. So yeah, it's predominantly work. Not many of my friends did apprenticeships, but it was just almost something that I stumbled upon from the apprenticeships.org website. Applied for it, and then ever since then I've been working here really. Obviously it's a lot different from being at school or college, because you almost immediately are in the real world working and talking to clients, and it can be daunting, but in a way I think it's better to jump in at the deep end.
He's now running jobs in the capacity that they're things that he takes from inception to completion. He's going to be doing survey work, technical work, that obviously comes back into the office to turn into planning applications. And so, considering the young lad that wouldn't even like to answer the telephone a couple of years back, he's now very confident with clients, and that's again a great personal skill that he's learned through the time here.
I found going out and meeting with clients one of the hardest bits to begin with. I think that's just because you see these people as almost hiring you because they're in the industry. You feel that everyone knows more than you do, but after a while you kind of realise that that's not the case. Once you're a bit more settled in the role, you find that you build a rapport with people that you see now and again, and it just becomes second nature after a while. You don't really think about it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
For me, it's most rewarding when you draw something and the measurements work out perfectly, but it's also 10 times more rewarding when the client or someone who gets your plans after you've finished them says how good they are and that they're very clear and that they've helped. There's a lot of times where I work at home because I'm at a level now where a majority of the work we do I don't need any help with. But no, I'd never imagined some of the stuff I'm doing now. I never imagined back then I'd be doing it. A lot of the sort of 3D models, even just putting planning applications in for flats, I never thought I'd be doing it. You kind of see it as it's out of your league, I think, and then you realise that you are capable of doing it.